Thank you. Right now, it looks like our freeways are at a steady speed. This is what it looks like on the 5 in both directions right at Genesee Avenue. A lot of those cams still in night vision. Sun will fully rise here in probably an hour or so. 5 in both directions right at Sassafras shows a pretty smooth drive as you make your way to and from the downtown area. All right, look out for a crash. This one in the North County, and this is as you make your way inbound from Temecula, the Riverside County line right there. This crash is involving 2 vehicles on the 15 South right at Mission in Fallbrook, and you could see it's causing a stretch of slowing as you make your way in from Rainbow headed towards the 76. Let's go ahead and take a look at speeds. As I mentioned, smooth sailing across the board. Nothing really to talk about here. 53 mile per hour speeds as you make your way onto Coronado this morning. About a 10-minute ride southbound if you're coming in from Oceanside and Escondido. A full span of the 78 from the 15 to the 5 will take you about 15 minutes at last check. And for all those drives headed westbound in from the East County, anywhere between 3 to 7 minutes. And here's what it looks like headed northbound coming in from the South Bay, about 10 to 15 minutes from San Ysidro National City. Under 5 minutes full span of the Coronado Bridge coming in from the Barrio Logan downtown area. Back to you guys. I gotta go. I needed sunshine. So yeah, good to be back. And it looks like the weather is going to cooperate once again. This is the 5 in both directions right at Genesee. We switched from night vision to day vision. We're at a steady speed across our major freeways. This is the 5 in both directions right at Sassafras as you make your way to and from the International Airport. You're looking at a pretty smooth ride around the 8 freeway. As we go and zoom on in, we're still tracking this crash. This may slow things down for you a little bit as you're making your way in from Rainbow or Temecula, anywhere from Riverside County. What's plugging things up, it looks like the speeds are improving, which is good news as you step out the door today. As we go ahead and zoom on into some of your travel speeds, we're at 53 miles per hour as you cross onto Coronado Island coming in from Barrio Logan in downtown this morning. As I mentioned, we're not looking at anything major in terms of slowing. We're averaging about 10 minutes or so as you make your way southbound in from Oceanside and Escondido on the 5 and the 15. If you're coming in from the East County headed west, anywhere between 3 to 7 minutes, so still under 10 on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. All right, 6:12 is the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. 5 minutes right now to get you inbound from Otay Mesa as port of entry. Of course, this could be from the travel advisories that are in place. 30 minutes right now to get you across from San Ysidro's port of entry. So yeah, we are looking at light border wait times to say the least at last check. Back to you guys. Okay. We're not looking at smooth sailing anymore. We have several crashes. Let's go ahead and start on the 5. In fact, we have all 3 crashes pretty much on the 5 freeway. We have one up in the North County just south of Solana Beach. It looks like the crash is on the right shoulder in Carmel Valley, right on the 5 northbound at Carmel Valley Road. Then we have another one a little closer to the Balboa Park area. This is on the 163 as you approach the 5 coming in from Balboa Park right at Park Boulevard. And then we have this one that's slowing things down in from the South Bay. The crash is in the middle lane. A lot of the cars, though, are moved to the shoulder, at least those involved, and traffic backed up all the way down to J Street as you approach the 54 northbound. Chopper 8 is actually up live at the scene of that crash, up to the 8. This is typically about a 7-minute drive. It's now going to take you 11 to shoot up to the 8 freeway. Meanwhile, on the 805, I would say opt for the 805 as an alternate route, but that's also seeing its fair share of slowing coming in from San Ysidro up to the 94 towards downtown San Diego. Now about a 22-minute drive. Still not bad to cross into, onto Coronado coming in from downtown and Barrio Logan. These are the drives coming in from the North County. Oceanside and Escondido seeing really nice drives southbound, both down to Encinitas in the 163 merge. And here's what it looks like headed westbound in from the East County. Under 10 minutes, this is out of Santee, or Lemon Grove rather, as well as the La Mesa area, and coming in from Santee. Still not too bad, under 10 minutes on the 52 west in from the 125 all the way towards the 15. Back to you guys. Yeah, what a cutie Geyser is. And I have to compliment Lindsay for keeping Geyser's face clean because it's a white dog, and I have a friend who has that same color dog. Never see their fur that white. So kudos to Lindsay there. 6:49 is the time on your Monday. I know it's Monday. Unfortunately, we have some crashes that may slow things down for you as well as you head out the door, particularly if you're using the 5 coming anywhere near or around the Solana Beach area, right at the 56. It looks like at Carmel Valley Fire Department has the far right lane blocked. And we have another crash, this one near the downtown Balboa Park area. It looks like it's on the right shoulder, but this is going to slow things down if you're making your way inbound, let's say coming from the Hillcrest Balboa Park area, making your way towards Park Boulevard near 4th Avenue. And then this one's slowing things down for those traveling out of Chula Vista this morning on the 5 North at the mile of cars. We have a crash that's blocking the slow lane. This is what it looks like on the 5. This is just north of that crash, so things are starting to slow down as you make your way towards downtown San Diego. This is as you approach the 15 connector coming in from the mile of cars. Let's go ahead and pull up those travel times, see what they look like. Anywhere between 13 minutes, 13 to 15 or so to get you inbound from the 54 shooting up to the 8. About 30 minutes right now headed in from San Isidro up to the 94, and about a 5-minute drive full span of the Coronado Bridge coming in from downtown. We're all in the green still coming inbound from the North County, anywhere between 12 to 14 minutes in from Oceanside and Escondido. If you're traveling in from the East County headed west, 3 to 7 minutes right now in from La Mesa and Lemon Grove. It's a little bit of a different story though as you're making your way in from Santee. About 10 minutes on the 52 from the 125 all the way towards the 15. Eric?
Good morning.
Good morning. If you're headed out the door soon, you may want to listen in. We are tracking a few crashes. One is causing a gridlock near downtown. Let's go ahead and start off on the 163, though. That's where we're tracking a crash. It came up on the CAD about half an hour ago. It looks like it's on the right shoulder in Balboa Park on the 163 South as you approach Park Boulevard. We also continue to follow this crash. Just popped up on the CAD. It's in the center divide, a crash right in Old Town on the 5 North after the 8 freeway, and this is what it's causing. A good amount of slowing. This is at Old Town Ave as you make your way northbound towards the 8 into Point Loma, and you can expect speeds to continue to climb down, and also those travel times to continue to climb up as well. Back to you guys. If you're leaving out of the La Mesa Grossmont Center area and then near Old Town. So let's go ahead and start off on the 8 freeway. This is right at College where we're tracking a 2-vehicle crash, and it's now backing things up all the way towards Grossmont Center near the 125. So if you're headed that direction this morning, leave time for travel to really slow and go there. We're also continuing to track this crash on the 5 North right where it intersects with the 8 in Old Town, and that's also slowing things down as you make your way past Sassafras near Old Town Avenue all the way up towards the 8 freeway. Here's what it looks like. We'll showcase a couple of the backups. This is on the 8 right at Old Town Avenue. You can see that it looks like a parking lot as you make your way towards the 8 connector near Sunset Cliffs, and then this is that slowing due to that 2-vehicle crash on the 8 West right at College Avenue. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those travel times and see how it's impacting the overall drive times. Anywhere between 9 to about 10 minutes, so still not too bad on the 8 West, about 3 minutes in from College to the 805, but remember most of the slowing is before College Avenue, just east of that exit. Meanwhile, here's what it looks like as you make your way northbound on the 5. Remember, things are going to continue to slow down right at Old Town Avenue as you pass downtown San Diego because of that crash. Right now, it's about 30 minutes or so to get you in from the 54. Near that as well on the 805 North shooting in from San Isidro up to the 94 connector. Back to you guys.
All right.
Absolutely gorgeous start to the work week. Everywhere you see a hazard is where we are tracking a crash. So you could see that there are nearly a dozen at last check across our major freeways. We have the latest one on the 94 in the Mount Hope area, and this is on the 805 right as you approach the 94, and traffic backed up all the way to Federal. We have another one in the center divide in Claremont on the 805 northbound as you approach Balboa, and the stop and go traffic all the way down to Murray Ridge just near that 8 connector. Then we have another crash involving 2 cars right at College. We'll be back after this. We have several crashes across the board. I'm going to focus on a few that are causing some slowing on our major freeways. We'll start off on the 805 North, right in the Claremont area as you approach Balboa. Stop and go traffic all the way to Murray Ridge due to that one. And then we're still tracking this one. A crash involving 2 cars. That's on the 8 West right at College. And then this one slowing things down in a big way as you make your way in from downtown headed north towards the 8. Let's go ahead and see what it's doing to traffic. This is the 5 right at Old Town Avenue. Typically we see a pretty smooth drive. Again, this is just parallel to the old Spay War building as you make your way towards the 8 near Sunset Cliffs and Point Loma. And right now we are seeing a crawl. It's gridlocked as you make your way towards that 8 interchange. We're also continuing to see a good amount of slowing on the 8 West right at College due to that 2-vehicle crash near the State area. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the travel time and see how it's impacting those numbers. About 15 minutes right now on the 52 West coming in from Santee, and about 15 minutes on the 94 coming in from Lemon Grove to downtown at last check. Back to you guys.
Coming up
Monday, we're still facing a gridlock on the 5 North right at Old Town Avenue as you make your way towards the 8 due to a crash involving 2 cars. In fact, here's what it looks like on the traffic maps there. You can see that it's slow and go all the way from about downtown as you make your way northbound towards Sunset Cliffs and Point Loma. We're also tracking a crash on the right shoulder in Kearney Mesa on the 52 eastbound as you approach the 805. And then this one just popped in on the cab. This is going to be on the right shoulder in Carlsbad on the 5 South as you approach Poinsettia Lane. We'll be back after this. It's anywhere between 1 to probably 10 miles per hour or so. So pack your patience as you head out the door this morning, especially if you're traveling from the 5, maybe from downtown towards the Mission Bay area. All right, we are also tracking another crash, this one in the Kearney Mesa area, and this is going to be on the 805 right as you approach the 52. It looks like the crash is moved onto the shoulder, no lanes blocked, but that's likely going to slow things down as you make your way towards Kearney Mesa and Claremont this morning. All right, at 8:02, we're also tracking a crash on the 5. This is right in Carlsbad, 5 South at Poinsettia Lane, slowing traffic all the way down to about Palomar Airport Road. Let's go ahead and pull up those travel times because we are in the red, especially for those drives coming in from Santee as well as Lemon Grove. You're looking at about a 15-minute ride westbound to downtown and then towards the 15 connector. Meanwhile, 8 west, there is some slowing just east of College Avenue, but once you get past that incident we were tracking earlier towards 805, it'll only take you about 6 minutes. Back to you guys.
All right, Vanessa.
A crash involving a couple of cars. It looks like the crash is slowly starting to clear, and so is the slowing. And again, this is going to continue to slow things down for you as you make your way in from downtown, headed towards, let's say, Sunset Cliffs, Point Loma, or even the Mission Bay area. We're also tracking a crash on the right shoulder in Kearney Mesa, and this is on the 52 eastbound as you approach the 805. And then this one just popped in on the CAD about 5-10 minutes ago. This is going to slow things down in the Carlsbad area. Crash is right on the shoulder there, and it looks like traffic is backed up down to about Palomar Airport Road as you make your way towards Poinsettia Lane. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those travel times. We're seeing about a 10 to 20-minute ride on the 8 West as well as the 52. 94 West coming in from Lemon Grove to downtown will take about 15 minutes. So we're still really slow for all of those westbound drives. Same deal coming out of the South Bay, anywhere between 30 to nearly 40 to get you northbound in from San Ysidro, as well as the National City area headed up towards the 8 freeway. And we're seeing a little bit of slowing. It could be worse, but average speed's about 45 miles per hour as you make your way southbound in from the North County. Oceanside to Encinitas, 20 minutes, about the same coming in from Escondido on the 15 down to the 163 merge. Eric.
Vanessa, thank you. The FBI.
Your Monday. Traffic is at a crawl right now on the 8. Right as you make your way westbound in from the College area. We have a couple of crashes that are going to slow things down. We have one in the right lane in Linda Vista on the 163 north as you approach Genesee. Stop and go all the way down to Friars Road north. And then we have another crash, this one on the right shoulder in El Cajon on the 8 east as you approach Greenfield Drive. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those travel times and speeds. We're down to about 40, 45 miles per hour or so, and about 20 or so headed southbound in from the North County. Some sort of crash or hazard on the freeway. We have a crash that we're tracking just recently on the 163. It's on the right lane in Linda Vista, 163 north as you approach Genesee. Stop and go all the way down to Friars. So that's on the 163. You may want to opt for the 805 north to get around that crash. We're also tracking an incident on the shoulder here in El Cajon on the 8 east as you approach Greenfield, and you may want to take surface streets to get around that if you're headed eastbound around the Granite Hills area. All right, let's go ahead and pull up those travel times for you. About 20 minutes to get you southbound in from Oceanside and Escondido this morning. About a 20-minute ride full span of the 78 coming in from the 15 towards the 5. If you're traveling inbound from the East County headed west, about a 7-minute drive in from the College area towards the 805. If you're traveling in from Santee to the 15 connector, that's typically about a 6-minute drive. It'll take you about 15 right now on the 52. We're crawling between the 125 all the way towards Mast, and about 30 to 40 minutes now to get you northbound coming in from Chula Vista and National City. I would say you could take alternate routes, but right now the 5 and the 805 equally plugged up coming in from the South Bay. Netta.
Thank you very much. Welcome back.
Yeah,
for all basking in that beautiful music.
Yes,
we
I know. It was
from
so
Thatcher Maggie.
therapeutic.
Incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful day out there. Plenty of
It's
morning.
tropical.
You being gone.
We're all crying.
Welcome back. Vanessa.
Glad you're back.
Here.
Yeah.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Join Chris Cuomo and Jack Ho on the CBS 8 app for Right Now. They'll be discussing the unrest in Mexico after the Mexican army killed the leader of a